Brian from the Disability Digest here with 2 tips for certain disability success. I'm shooting this video because there's a lot of different advice out there on the internet, websites, Facebook groups, of which one is ours. I'm going to go through some examples, and one bit of bad advice can just cost you literally thousands of dollars. So I'm going to go through a few examples here and give you some tips. But to preface this video, I've been reading the Warren Buffett book Snowball, and his key to success is he did not speculate. He did his research, he validated his research, and he made his investments on some sound principles, most often 3 principles on each investment. But what I see in the communication in the groups out there are people are putting out advice that I question, and based on my experience, and other people unfortunately are following it. So I'm going to give you a few examples here. So on my screen right now, this is a information chat string that was put out there, and this first one here says my doctor declared me disabled and I got denied twice. So that is misleading, not as glaringly apparent as some of the others I'm going to share with you, but it's misleading to the individual because doctors, although they may fill out a form or write a letter saying that you're disabled, they don't, in my experience, clearly understand the laws of Social Security disability, and there's so many variables that exist within that law, boxes that need to be checked. So people could be legitimately disabled, but they're not getting approved, and maybe because this letter and how it was written, I don't know what letter it is an issue. So here's my point. If your doctor deems you disabled, it doesn't mean that Social Security is going to deem you disabled. For example, the Veterans Administration deems people 100% disabled, but oftentimes they don't get approved for their disability benefits, even though the Veterans Administration says that. So, word of caution, it's not a slam dunk if your doc says you're disabled. The next one is here. This is bad advice. It says, this is true, you can't be working. And so what this communication string is somebody saying, well, can you work and apply for your disability benefits? Well, yeah, you can work and apply for your disability benefits, but those cases are difficult to get approved. So here is my point. When you receive information like this, in my opinion, I would consider it credible if the statement is supported with valid information that allows you to understand, based on the Social Security regulations, that it is true. So my point here is, as you look at this web page, this is a lesson that we have and we provide our members here that helps you understand how much you can make and apply for disability, and then once you're approved for disability, how much you can make and keep your benefits. So the video on this page goes down and it shows here what's called substantial gainful activity, the amount of money that you can make. So that's it's $12.60 for non-blind in 2020. So you can earn up to $1,260 a month. Those cases are hard to get approved. A whole different story. Better off to not be working. So if you get advice from somebody, find out and validate that advice going back to a regulation is what I suggest that people do. Last point I want to cover is expectations. Like you see, mine took 27 months down here. This one took 5 years. Alright, so what's the difference? 5 months, 27 years. Like, how did you do it? It's not that. There's in my experience, there is no two disability cases alike. You have the condition that you have, the limitations caused from the condition, how you were treated, your age, your work experience, just to name a few of the variables, and then who reviews your case at Social Security. In my opinion, they're not consistent in their decisions. So there's all of these different things that you've done. Your education is another factor. So just understand that your disability case is unique, and what happened or worked for somebody else or didn't work for somebody else is likely not going to be relevant for you. So I hope this perspective does a few things. Help you understand that if you're out there participating in groups, I'm not discouraging you from doing that, but be careful about the information that you take, because for most of you going through the disability approval process, this is your only income that you're going to get for the most part, or the most significant income. And if you don't do it right, you don't get it. And it could be, you know, the average benefit package for somebody that is in their 50s is worth $160,000 to $180,000 in payments plus Medicare. It's a lot of money. So just be careful. All right, so that's my first tip. The second tip is, if you're not a member here, we encourage you to come over, of course, learn about the Disability Digest. There'll be a link below this video. You can come in and we provide you information that directs you back to the resources to validate it, so that you know, hopefully you're getting the right information, like how much you can make and keep your benefits example. So that's it. If you are a member here and you have questions, just reply to the email or contact us here at support, and we will help you address your questions. So I am in hopes that this, you know, eliminates the wild goose chase for information that you may be on that's out there. And again, invite you to come on over and share this with your friends here at the Disability Digest free membership. Make it a great day. Stay tuned for more. Appreciate it. Brian Terrian.